Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Ever. I need to figure out what this is. Is it an episode? Is it an edition? Is it a reading? Well, probably a reading, right? I think it's a reading. Okay. Welcome to another reading here at Ever Eden Tarot. Today's pick a card reading. Oh, I feel like I always say they're my favorite, but this one's like my cute favorite. You know, who is your future spouse? There is something so charming and adorable about this topic, something so whimsical and a little bit like fantasy about it, a little bit like, every little girl's dream or every little boy's dream, what have you. But a little bit of fairy tale vibes. So whether you believe in marriage or not, whether that is the path for you, this is like a long-term partner, a life partner. So we are going to be pulling some characteristics about them, some initials, perhaps how you meet, how the union will go, any type of advice, character traits, like you name it. This will be a juicy reading about your future spouse. So if it resonates, please let me know if this is the type of person you are looking to manifest into your life and continue your life with. And we're just going to have some fun. This is a fun one. Don't take anything too seriously. This is the current energies, and this is what you are attracting into your life right now. Of course, all of that can change, so don't get hung up on the little details. And also remember, this is a general reading, so not everything has to resonate. Take what resonates, leave the rest. That was meant for somebody else. If this is your first tarot reading here on YouTube, I will insert an image of the cards. I will do that very momentarily. And then you meditate on the cards. You pick one from either pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3. I'm still only at 3 piles. As we grow, I will grow the piles, I promise. So let's keep growing and going and going and going, because I have so much fun doing this for you guys. Anyway, you pick a pile, then you look down in the description or in the comments section. And down there, you will find the pile that correlates to a timestamp. You click on the timestamp, and then you will be taken to your reading. Thank you so much for listening to me. It's so great to connect with you, and I love just jumping on here before the readings, so that I can just share some energy. So I will see you at your pile. Bye. All right, hello, my wild, whimsical, and wonderful group number ones. If you chose this stone right here, this amethyst, and the first card, set of cards number 1, then this is the reading for you. Today we are discovering your future spouse. So this is quite a long reading. I'm really excited to do it. We're going to uncover a lot of things, a little bit about their personality, and then we'll dive into the connection, and then we will get some hints on their traits, physical appearance, anything like that. And then we will dive in to find out what's next. What do we want? Oh, a bit about how they see you and how they view you in your relationship, your partnership, and then on to some advice for the connection. And finally, we will finish it off with some letters. So let's get going here. Let's get moving. Lots of content to discover. So I will start right off. Okay, so your first card here is to do with their personality. And then this is Marlene Dietrich. Okay, what should I read here? Let's go with this affinity symbol. And it says, it's the friends you call after hours that matter. It's quite interesting. Let's pull 2 more cards here, and then I'll tell you what I see. Then we have the Liberator. And next we have the Hermit. Okay, probably some Virgo energy right here off the top. I'm getting that this person is an individual. This person may dress a little differently. I'm getting that they're very well put together. They may come from a financial background or like financial well-being or means, or like a really kind of financially stable household in the past in their upbringing. And they may value being very put together together, value their appearance, value what people see. I'm getting in some sense of the thing, but not in a vain way, in a way that, we like dress for success, dress for the job you want. And they're a little bit more like that. And maybe there's a lot of personality in the way they dress and how they carry themselves as well. Probably very dapper or classically attractive, this person will be, for you too. With the Liberator energy here too, I'm getting more of that affluent energy, whereas you know how a lot of like old money and different families like that, or just have really strong values and belief systems and like donate to charity and are really into philanthropy and different things like that. And I think that they see real value in kind of giving back and, sharing their knowledge and sharing their skills and sharing their resources with other people. But I'm not getting that they're a super social person with the Hermit. They may be more of an introvert. So they actually may more so share their skills. They might be volunteering a lot. They may be out in the community a lot. Um, just because the Hermit's here doesn't mean they're completely introverted, but they may, get their energy from retreating and learning a lot about themselves. A lot of self-work here. Person like this person is coming to you whole and put together. I'm definitely getting that they have a great job and that they kind of value, like a partnership, and then it's almost like they've been preparing for this stage in their life. They've been like working on themselves and working on what they have and working on what's around them so much that they come to you very ready. This person does. They know what they want, very confident. I think their confidence will surprise you is what I'm getting. You might not see it coming with this Hermit energy. It can be very surprising, right? When this person opens their mouth, they may not sound exactly like you thought they would. I'm getting that their intelligence actually surprises you too. But here with the Hermit energy, it says seek solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. Yeah. So this person could also be highly creative. They definitely value like alone time and taking time to themselves and taking time to reflect. I'm getting this person's probably a lifelong learner as well. Lots of I'd be very surprised if they didn't have some type of higher education. So higher education would probably also be very important to this person too, with the Hermit and these humanitarian vibes. What this card says right here is once you have forgiven your lover, get them to reheat the sin. So the person, like I'm getting, they're just gonna surprise you in so many ways. When you meet somebody and then you just get to know them and it's like, wow, I thought you were a totally different person. So somebody might introduce you and you'd be like, well, that's not like my type, or I don't really think that's for me, or anything like that. And then the more you get to know this person, the more they just surprise you, the more things you have in common, the different things like that just keep showing up and coming and coming. And you're like, wow, this person is a lot deeper than like you know what? Actually, yeah. So they may appear pretty, I don't want to say like superficial on the surface, but you might see them like in kind of like this light, like maybe Instagrammy or anything like that, where everything's perfectly curated and this and that. And you think it's a little vain, maybe it's a little shallow, but then you realize like there is so much to this person and it's actually a lot deeper, and you're just very surprised, I'm getting. So it all comes in different packages. That one's quite interesting. It's such a strong energy, a bit hard for me to describe, but I know what I'm trying to say, if that makes any sense. This person would also like, I'm not getting that they would avoid any type of conversation or anything like that, but if you're ever in perhaps like a little bit of an argument or anything, they might need a little bit of alone time to think, and then will like come back to you with like a whole idea, with like a whole concept. Like they really like to prepare the package is what I'm getting. They really like to be prepared. They really like a plan. They really want to be put together. This person is put together, but they really strive to be put together. And once again, it's not in like a vain or shallow way or anything like that. They really just want to be put together. It makes them feel good. It makes them feel good when they come out and present anything to the world. But even in a relationship, if they can come to you, I mean, it's not always going to be perfect, but your future spouse is going to want to come to you like thought about it and have the answers and like suggest a path for a solution if there's any type of thing you're trying to achieve together or whatever you're trying to work on. But yeah, this person is definitely somebody who is like quietly inspiring. It's the kind of person like you get to know by like word of mouth, but they're not out there like promoting themselves and what they do and all they know and like shoving it in your face kind of thing. Like they don't need to, right? Like look at her. She doesn't need to tell you that she's got it going on. Like the first speaks for itself. And they're definitely a person who respect action, so you guys can talk about things all day, but they like action. They like to see it actually. Like they're the kind of person like I'll believe it when I see it kind of thing. But they do have a big mind and they do like great theories, but they really want people to put things into practice because that's what they do. They come up with these great ideas, these big ideas, these grand schemes, and then they put it into practice. Your person isn't coming through like super loving, but because I'm just reading their personality, I swear it'll get more lovey-dovey as we go on. Okay, so let's see a bit about this connection. Let's keep it moving here. All right, so we have I'm sorry. Interesting. Defenseless, writing past wrongs, uprooting. And then we have portal, doors are opening, you decide. Rewards, wild card. Yeah, wild card is such an interesting word for this person because I don't think you expect them. I don't think you expect like your future spouse to come in this package. It's quite interesting. And then we have comfort to read the connection, and then we have caution. Okay, wow. With the I'm sorry, a lot of you, not all of you, this doesn't have to resonate for everybody, but this may be somebody you know already. And what I'm getting from this I'm sorry is that they haven't come forward yet, that they're making you wait. Or if you don't know them already, like they may court you for a while or kind of like, I don't want to say string you along, but they may have things to, because they want to come a whole package. They want to be ready. They want everything to be in order. So they like want to know about you and they want to know if you're ready, and then they want to make sure they're ready, and then they want to they want to make sure that they have a path, and then like if they see themselves marrying you, then they want to make sure like in 2.5 years that this like they really want to plan, and they're going to be a little bit sorry for making you wait. Is what I'm getting. It's a really sweet I'm sorry. It's a like, listen, I know I'm quirky. I know that I want things a particular way. I know I'm like a man or a woman with a plan. So I'm sorry if I haven't come forward the way I should have. I just want everything to work out so bad. Uh, and like kind of like writing past wrongs like lets me know that for some of you this may be somebody somebody that you're waiting on, and then for others of you it's just going to be a really kind of, I don't want to say it's like super long because I'm not getting like that, but like it'll feel long to them because they're so certain and so planned. And like maybe they're used to making plans quicker, and maybe they're used to getting all of their ideas and concepts in an order quicker. But there is going to be something very soft and very comforting about the connection. I'm going to guess that like kind of eases this person's mind a little, that kind of relaxes them, that kind of makes them go with the flow a bit, that makes them lean into love. It's very sweet, very, very sweet energy in this comfort card, because it's for this person to kind of like soften and let down their guard and let down their hair, I'm guessing, like, and kind of turn off that public persona that they go out into the world with every day. Like they actually feel like they can do that with you. And that's how you will get signs of this person. That's how you will recognize your future spouse. Is it's going to be this person, like, when you'll start to see like kind of the layers peel back, like the Shrek the onion, the layers will kind of peel back to this person, and they'll soften into the relationship a bit, so you'll see them in sweats and not at their best, and when they don't have a speech prepared, and when they don't have everything in perfect order, and they'll be you know and they'll love that. They'll love to actually like let their guard down with you is what I'm getting, because they are a very cautious person, and this connection, I'm getting, you may like there's a lot of flags, which is quite interesting. Like, when someone or something just really grows on you and you just learn to love it so much and you're just like, ooh, that's kind of what it is, because with the I'm sorry and the caution, like this could really this person could have a lot of red flags at you at first, but I'm getting like there's almost just like this breaking point, this portal, this part that they cross through when they like just ultimately, well, the two of you, I don't want to say that they have all the decision here, but ultimately decide that you're going to be together and that this is for them and that this is what they want and this is the direction that you two are going in together. Is like all of those red flags and all of those caution and all of that, yellow tape just kind of gets taken down and everybody, I'm getting like it's going to be very serendipitous and timing as well, because you may have walls and guards and different things up, and then they may have walls and guards and different things up, and then once you reach this comfort level in your connection with your future spouse, that's when all of this stuff is just going to melt down, and then you're going to cross over. You're going to open this whole new door of what love can be like, of what life can be like. I'm getting some really interesting like travel. I'm getting like re-inspired youth is almost what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like maybe even the both of you have kind of like dwelled into work and have become so busy, and like life has become like a bit orchestrated and planned and mundane, and like the excitement and the experience of love just kind of melts you back into like purpose, and meaningful things, and perhaps your faith and just spirituality, and like, and whether you relate to that or not, like, but just the magic of it all is kind of what's coming through here. Okay, so let me see if I can get any more types of like physical traits from them here. So I'm looking for perhaps, career, what they look like, and different stuff. So I'll pick up on what we have here, but I did pick 3 tarot cards for this as well. We have the Six of Pentacles. Oh, that is so interesting with the Liberator here. Then we have the Six of Wands. Yeah, okay. And then we have the High Priestess. Okay, so what I'm getting here, other than like the kind of put together sentiment that I came forward with here before, is also, I kind of toned into this before, but it was like perhaps like charity work or anything like that. Like this is a very giving person. And you may like notice that about them like physically. They may not talk about all the charity work they do and all of the stuff that they do and blah 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 blah, but like you'll be out for a drive with this person or at a gas station, and they like buy something for somebody because they forgot their wallet, or they like buy a coffee for the person behind them in line, and like they probably really kind of believe in just kind of random acts of kindness and different stuff like that, and that it comes back to them 10 times over. It's a very successful person as well. They might be, like I said before, into higher education too, here with the High Priestess showing up. And they may work in the nonprofit field as well, or they may just be really interested in giving back to a community, giving back to a certain group, giving back to a certain like political or socio-economical cause in their community, perhaps to do with certain groups and something like that I'm getting for this person. But they're also just very successful, and that's why they can do that. So, this person isn't like worried about how they will eat. That's for sure. They are not worried about that whatsoever. I'm getting that. Yeah, they're like very successful, very victorious. They treat everything like, even this humanitarian stuff, everything like it needs a plan and has a plan, and they're out to like kind of conquer it in a way, but in their own quiet weird way is what I'm getting. And then with the High Priestess here, yeah, the High Priest is a very interesting energy to come in here. Like like I said, like higher education, higher knowledge, higher wisdom. This person may be slightly older than you as well, is what I'm getting. As you can see, there's a lot of feminine energy here, which is quite interesting. They may be a very balanced person. I do know like 99% of my listeners out there are women, but I like, this could be just somebody who's very in tune with their feminine energy as well. Or perhaps they have long hair, because I've got long hair here, long hair here, long hair here, long hair on this fella, long hair here. So that could be something to do with their hair. It doesn't have to be long, but they could really care about their hair, or their hair is grown, or something to do with the hair, perhaps. I'm not getting any specific color or any specific races or anything like that that's popping out in those terms of things, but just a really educated educated, successful, determined person, but not in like this showboaty way. It's quite interesting. They probably have a really mature humor too, is what I'm getting. Like not everybody will get this person's jokes, but you will, is what it's kind of saying to me. Okay, let's see how they see you in this connection. All right, so we have the healing heart. Yes, all right here under comfort with the high priestess there. This is so nice. And the I'm sorry and compassion. Wow, wow, wow. Lots of heart chakra energy around you. They see you, and I have a few more cards for this, but I'll just start this off right away because they see you as a healing soul. They see you as like their heart may like they may have been through a bit, or they may be like deterred from relationships and have been a bit of like a loner and have been single for a while. But you kind of make them melt. You heal their heart, and it's kind of like this strength and compassion that you show them. This like care. I'm getting like caring to hear them for some of you. Like for some reason, like this person may, I don't want to say be like have been in the past or anything like that, like insecure to like communicate to people or overstep boundaries or something like that, but you are just like such a safe space to this person. You are such a safe space in this connection for them to communicate, for them to tell you their thoughts and their dreams and their excitement and their plans and where they're going. There it is. Okay, so in the past, they feel like their plans, their ideas, and their vision of success and their drive has scared people away, right? Has scared people away, but they feel like that you are your future spouse feels like you are a safe space. And as I'm sorry, I'm talking as if this is present and you don't have to know this person, but I'm like talking like in the future, like you are already with them and like this is how it manifests. And it's such a beautiful way to talk about it, I personally think. um but you are that safe space where they can come to you and be like, and then we should do this and we should do that and I want to do this and blah 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 blah. And that may have like scared people. People may not have been ready for that. People not may not have been ready for like their success, I'm getting. But you are just so confident, is what I'm getting. You're so confident and so secure that like you just really enjoy all of kind of their wild antics that they kind of like throw at you and their plans, and you are just like this calming energy for their really action oriented energy. It's so nice. Yeah, then we have yin. This is so great. Like heart healing, compassion, yin. They just see you as really so divine. Such a, and I mean, you could be male or female, but you have a really divine feminine energy, a really nurturing, caring, like, oh, it just feels like a safe, warm place, or the connection does. It feels like a safe, warm place, like to go and like talk about your dreams and not kind of overwhelm people. And exchanging gifts. Okay, so when we have exchanging gifts, and we have this here as well. Like I said, this person could be pretty affluent. Um, and gifts could be their love language, is what I'm getting, or yours. Like they like small random gestures, small acts of kindness, and just like little things that show. And I talked about like buying somebody behind them in the drive-through like a coffee, and like in the physical, this person that's how they show themselves. That's how they show up, and they can definitely see themselves in this connection with you and your future, with your future spouse, getting and receiving some nice little gifts, little like, I was just thinking of you. I saw this and it made me think of you. And that might happen to them a lot. Once you're in union, like they might just go out about their day and like everything reminds them of you and all of these like little sweet nothings. This person could hold a lot of sentiment and value in like physical objects. It could be like the smallest thing, like you gave them a crystal or something like that, and they just like cherish that, and they believe it holds, whether they resonate with like energy or not, but they don't know why, but it holds a lot of sentimental value to them. Aw, that's so sweet. Okay, so let's get some advice, and then our final item will have some letters to give you some more hints at who this person might be or who might be coming into your life for a little bit of confirmation. Okay, so for the advice section, we have the world. Wow, 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 wow. We have the fool. We have the Four of Pentacles. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, instantly I'm getting like a bit of a message for someone out there. It doesn't have to resonate for everybody, but if you have any financial insecurities, like do not be afraid to open up to this person about them, because it can all be taken care of, is what I'm getting. Like we can fix it, we can make it all go away, we can set up, like this person wants to make a plan. They want to get you guys secure, they want to make sure that everything is happening. Sorry about that, group number one. My phone was ringing. Okay, so they want to get you secure. They want to get you set up. They want to get you, on a plan, on a path, for your next step, in life together. So, like, if you have any insecurities like that, never be afraid to tell this person, is what Spirit wants you to know. And then, once again, like I said, this person's going to come to you in a bit of a different package, but they're going to bring it's so funny because it's almost like physically it's not what you thought, but like it's everything you ever wanted. It's the world. So don't be too surprised by that. And like with the Fool, like you might be surprised with how you react and different things like that into how you respond to this situation. So just make sure that you are ready to kind of like take a leap of faith and that you're ready for your dreams to come true and that it could be everything that you ever wanted, because we do have this kind of Prince Charming Knight of Cups energy. So lean into your emotions, what Spirit wants you to know, and follow your heart and do the different little things that you may think are scary. I'm getting for some of you, I know I was talking about like this might be like a slow moving energy because of the plan, but like when the plan is ready, the plan is going to take off is what I'm taking from this. Like once we're ready, once everything's in check, once all of this work is done, blah, 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 like things are going to be ready to like launch. There's like a launch period that is going to take off here. So I mean, it's quite exciting. It's invigorating. So you kind of have to lean into this Fool energy. Spirit wants you to know for things to take off, like with this person's plan and your plan. I'm sorry, it's not just their plan. Like they're very overwhelming with the plan. They're really into the plan, guys. So if you like a person with a plan, that's what you're getting. But just remember, like it can be everything that you ever dreamed of, and it's going to be very strong, it's just like a very regal energy to this pile. Okay, let's pull some letters and we'll call it a day. This is an N or this is a Z? It's an N or a Z? N, Z, N, Z. I don't know. NZ. Then we have a D, D, D. Then we have an S. Next we have a P. Then we have a J. Reading these off is kind of funny. And then we have a Y. I should probably have more commentary. And then we have a V. It's like very, very, very extraordinary. That's cute. Okay, well, I'll let these letters just kind of sit here. You can do what you want with them. Take them as it resonates. Maybe pause this and take a look at the cards. And you can't really see all the cards, but take a look at the letters and see how it resonates with you. Me kind of working through it will just be kind of like, a specific person, though. So if you are thinking about somebody specific, it could be, because there's some past energy here, but that's not for everybody. Okay, so thank you so much for listening, group number one. I hope this resonated. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, or anything really, really helps my channel and to promote the growth. Please, if this resonated with you, I would love to talk to you in the comments section. So I will catch you next time. Bye. All right. Hello, my wild, whimsical, and wonderful group number twos. If you chose this stone right here, this crystal amethyst, I don't know why I couldn't think of the name all of a sudden, and this second card, then this is the reading for you. Today we are discovering your soulmate, or wait, no, sorry, your future spouse. Ooh, maybe that was a hint. Maybe this is your soulmate. However it resonates with you, we are diving into your future spouse. So first we are going to start off with a bit about their personality, then we will understand a bit more about the connection. We will get some insight on perhaps some physical traits or just some physical manifestations, like perhaps an idea around what the career is. We'll see what the cards say. I'll leave it all up to the cards, whatever they want to tell us. And then we'll dive into a bit how they see you in this spouse connection. And, so you can kind of get an idea of how you appear to them. And then we will dive into some advice. And last but definitely not least, because I know you all love it, we will pull some letters. Okay, so let's start off with this first card here. All right, so we have Jonathan. What's Jonathan saying to us? Which one stands out to me? It says, this sofa has lived its best life, but now it's got to go. Okay, interesting. I've got two more cards here about their personality. So let's see what we have. We have the gambler. Wow, wow, wow. And then we have the student. Okay, so there may be something really cliche I'm getting about this connection. Like perhaps like one of you is significantly older or younger, or just something maybe really stereotypical. You're like, oh, of course we end up together. We like, this is textbook is what I'm getting for this person. You're like, of course that's who I end up with. This person makes you nervous a bit. They're a little bit risky. Maybe not in like kind of the physical sense, but maybe like with their heart or with their ideas or with they're like a very exciting, fun-loving, high-energy person. That's what this person is. This person gets you excited about life, excited about the future. I'm getting really optimistic energy from this person, but it's like I don't want to say like trained optimism, but it's like not because they haven't been through a lot. It's just that they really just lean into the idea of approaching everything with a clear mindset, and looking at like a new outlook kind of every time. And they're not risk averse. Like I'm getting that in the relationship sense too. Like if they think you're the one, like they'll be kind of ready early and they'll dive right in. This person follows their heart. For sure. They follow their instincts as well. They may be very intuitive. They may have very good instincts. Like you can kind of like trust their gut is what I'm getting. Like, they can trust their intuition, trust their gut. With the student mentality too, like they're always willing to learn. They're very curious, which is kind of interesting because I did hear something about people you're being attracted to and curiosity, and how curiosity like is very attractive to people, like especially when somebody wants to keep learning, keep exploring the world, and keep understanding how things work, and like keep this person just gets so excited about life, and they can keep getting re-excited no matter what they go through, no matter what they've been through, no matter what they're going through, no matter where they're going. Like you kind of can't get this person down. Of course, we're all human. Of course, you can get them down, but like they will reset. They will snap out of it. They will come back and they will be revigorated and they will try again. And they've lived like a really different life. They like leave no stone unturned kind of thing. They're like flipping this rock over, like, oh, what's under here? I haven't tried this before. I haven't tried this yet. And that's really important to them as well, is to say that they've lived a full life and that there's nothing that they kind of like haven't tried. They're coming to you into your connection. This future soulmate this future, I keep saying soulmate, and I didn't do this in the other reading, guys. So take note of that. This future spouse is like coming to you like having tried a lot of things, having done a lot of things, having, lived a great life. Now it's time to throw out this old dusty sofa and become an adult and get a big person house kind of thing. Like this person might have a bachelor or a bachelorette pad. And they're ready. They're ready for something new. They're ready. They're curious. They're curious about their next step in life. They're very curious energy, very earthly tones happening here too, so that may resonate. Very like gardenly, earthly kind of person. Oh, this person's so cute. I'm just getting like they think the world is very whimsical and you don't want to like get them down. Like you're like, oh, but you try not to like crush their dreams, and you kind of like honestly the person that you want to like keep inspired and keep excited because they keep you refreshed and you revived in life. With this student, and they may be a little younger than you, or like maybe just not as mature in some ways, perhaps maybe a less mature soul, but in like the sweetest, like we cherish that kind of way. Like you may watch them learn lessons in life. And you may really value the fact that those lessons do not get this person down, is what I'm getting. All right. So that's a bit about their personality. Just a go-getter, easygoing, easily excited, very curious, student mentality, not afraid to take a risk. But I'm getting very creative as well, especially with Jonathan here. Very creative, you know. They could have a beard or maybe long dark hair, but very creative energy here. Very, oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. It's just, it reminds me of like perhaps myself when I was younger. Yeah. All right. So let's see how they see the connection, or kind of like what this connection is like, not just what they see, but all right. So the weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Interesting. And then we have messenger, Cyrus energy. Uh, uh, Bringing harmony and balance. Oh, yeah, just the balance. I'm getting that this connection is very balancing, because they're kind of like this wild, like free spirited kind of energy. And I'm getting that you're like, I'm not getting, like, I'm thinking you probably resonate with this energy, but like you had to go through a lot in your life to get where you are. And, you've gone through a few more things than they have. So you can kind of ground their little bit of dreamer energy a bit. Or maybe even like, make their dreams come true. Like maybe you're really good at like physically making things come true, and they're really good at ideas and creativity and content and this and that. And so that we kind of like balance it out. But there could be something important in this connection with writing, with messages, with emails, with text, with voice recordings, something like that. I'm getting something about messages could be very important, or messengers or friends or connections or something in line with that. May give you a hint at anything in the future. With the weight of the world and boundaries, let it go. Like this person, like I said, it's a naive, I don't want to say naive, it's like just a light energy, but it's almost impressive because they have been through a lot. And if you probably sat down and listened to what this person has been through, your future spouse, it'd be very surprising because you just think they're so optimistic, they're so energetic, they have such a positive outlook on life, and they're excited about things still. And I just keep saying like still, because they definitely have been through a few things, and probably some things you can resonate with. You'll probably bond over what you've been through, of course, in your lives, and the stories that you have. I'm getting that even though this person has this young light energy, they offer a lot of like really impactful wisdom. Like when they come through with it, you're kind of like, whoa, like where did that come from? I thought we were all just kind of positive vibes over here going with the flow. All right, let's see what else we have. Flow, just going with the flow. Flow. And when I think of flow, I think of hair too. So it could be something with the hair. There was something with the hair in group 1 too. What's with all you guys and your hair? And then rest, yeah. Okay, so this connection for the two of you will be once you meet, once you're in connection, like this is very different than group one's energy, because group one's was like a bunch of planners. But it'll honestly, I'm just gonna think like things are going to happen so easily, so serendipitously, like just so quick, not as like necessarily quickly, but like in such a perfect pattern. Like what I'm getting is your guides want you to know like you couldn't mess this up if you tried. Oh yeah, it's definitely soulmate energy. It's like it's you're just gonna get pushed right in the that like right back into the right path if you make the wrong decision. Nope, you're coming back over here. So like the two of you are just gonna feel like you can rest into this connection, that it's a bit of a sanctuary for your thoughts, for your creativity, for your ideas, for your dreams, for anything like that, because it's an easy space is what I'm getting. It's an easy relationship. It's an easy partnership. It's an easy connection, which I don't want to like discredit that, because I know marriage and spouse and everything like that, it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of, you know, I don't want to say like effort, but like, you do have to nourish it and grow it and cherish it. But like, I feel like your two of you are just going to know very naturally in this connection what to do. like this isn't working, so like, we add water, then we put it in the sun and then it grows and then we just rest and we just watch it, as opposed to really like fighting for it. And I think that's where that curiosity energy comes in, is like the willingness to actually work on things makes working on things become daily practice in your relationship, in this partnership with your future spouse. Like the two of you sitting down and having a serious conversation with their light energy just doesn't even seem, I don't want to say like that serious, but it's like very normal. It's not like, hey, we have to talk. No, like it's just, it works its way naturally into the conversation. Everything flows through. I'm getting the two of you are just like almost like vessels for each other. Vessels, almost like messages just channeling through for the other person. Like you know exactly what to say, and then they know exactly what to say, and maybe it's only for each other. Maybe you don't have this wisdom for anybody else, but the two of you will have this wisdom for each other, and you'll be able to, you know, um, be able to like almost channel these messages for each other, and like and know exactly what to say and when to say it, and almost like a very subconscious, very natural way that I think we wish we could do with every relationship in our lives. But this is something that's very real for you and your future spouse. This is something that actually, happens. And then getting that just makes you to like creative funnels. This connection, I can see you doing a lot of creative projects together, a lot of, perhaps like content making or marketing or something like that, or entrepreneurship, workshops, discovering things together too, as well. Just being very curious about the world, perhaps traveling a lot. And I know all of this energy is coming off so curious and light, but like I'm getting that there's a big life in the past here too, as well, though. That the two of you have been on your own paths and have been through a lot of stuff yourselves. And that's why this is so easy. It's almost like, that was kind of your initiation, kind of your karma. And then you just get this flowy, easy relationship because of all of the things that you've learned and all of the tools that the both of you have brought into this and this connection, and how to make this go and how to make this flow. A lot of balance here. Interesting. Okay, let me see if we can get anything a little bit about their physical appearance. All right, we have the Two of Wands. We have the Nine of Swords. And then we have the Empress. Okay, so this person, so in the physical, this person is like a creator. They are a creative. They are probably an artist or a writer or something along that lines. Like even if they are a very intuitive business person, because I'm getting a lot of intuitive energy from this person, like a lot of natural, like they need to thrive creatively, 100%, because the Empress here is a creator, is like a nurturer, is a nourisher. They may already have kids. You may already have kids. That may be something that's coming through here as well. This may be like a bit of a blended family. I think I was kind of getting into that energy as well. A bit of a night owl, perhaps like you're a morning person and they're a bit of a night owl. I'm getting like that they may be up all night kind of thing, or things can keep them up all night if they have a creative idea. There we go. If they have a creative idea, if they have something that they need to get out of their head, like they will like stay up, get it out, because they won't be able to sleep unless they like put the idea down on paper or paint it or write it or draw it or like kind of do something to get rid of that energy. This person definitely, creativity flows through them like energy. Ideas come to them and they have to like tell somebody about them. I'm getting that like you are going to be a very open space for them to do that, which is wonderful. They're going to excite you so much. It's so cute. They also might be a world traveler. They may have like a more exotic style or a really just like interesting style, or perhaps they play with their style a lot. Like you never kind of know what style they're going to show up as. They're definitely not plain by any means, or maybe like they're plain by planned plain, like but they're perhaps like a world traveler. They may have artifacts that they've picked up from different places that they've been, that they add a lot of sentiment to. If they have kind of that bachelorette pad, like it's full of like worldly little treasures, or something like that. And that's kind of who they are in general. I'm getting lots of dark hair on here, but that's not necessarily have to be a thing. Also long hair again. Dark hair, long hair. If they are masculine, like they're very interesting. And if they're feminine, like they're very this is all interesting. They're very like probably whimsical or a little bit eccentric or just a little different, but like put together at the same time, because there is a bit of wisdom here. But they don't lose themselves, that's for sure. This person is an original. This person is unique, and they're definitely striking. I'm getting like magnet, like this person is a magnet, like people are attracted to them, people flow to them because of not only like their looks but like their energy. They probably have a great smile. I don't even know where I'm getting that from, but I can just feel it. I feel like they have a great smile. Yeah, this person may look inside themselves a lot because there's a lot of eyes closed here. So this person may like take a second, take a breath. You might notice that about them, and close their eyes, which is kind of interesting. That's very detailed. I don't know why I'm getting into something like that when it comes to kind of their physical traits, but that could be it as well. Okay, let's keep going here. Let's see how they see you in the connection. Okay, so our next card is past life. Yes. Soulmates, guys. Soulmates just keeps coming up. And courage. I do have two more cards here, but let's dive into these two first. With the past life energy coming up here, like I said, soulmates, like this person thinks like when you meet this person and when this person meets you, they're going to feel it too. So if you're like, "Oh man, I feel like I've known this person my entire life," they will feel that too. This is what they feel when they meet you. They're like, "I don't know where I've met this person before. I've known them my entire life. I don't know how they know all of this about me. I don't know how they can make me excited about my life again. I don't know how they can, like how reinvigorated and re-energized you make them and they make you." They also just see you as very strong, which is probably very interesting to this person because they're a little more like go with the flow, laissez-faire. But like I said, the two of you have been through a lot individually as individuals. So they really respect what you have been through, especially if you've had to make like big choices in your life, big choices, to get into union with this person. Like I'm getting that they'll understand like all of the decisions, and if it takes some time for you to honestly end up with them somehow, like they understand how you got there and they understand the strength and the courage that it took. That's really specific, but they understand just the choices that you have to make, the time that you have. This is for somebody out there. The choices that you have to make, the time that you have to take, and the thought process that you have to put into it, and every little detail that you've had to go through to get to where you are, to the point where you can be with this person. They will respect, honor, love, and cherish every moment of that. They're not going to be sitting there like impatiently or like, why didn't I, like, maybe if some of you are like perhaps like divorced or going through a breakup or a previous engagement or something like that, they're not going to sit there and be like, well, why wasn't it me first and blah, 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 blah. Like this is like, there's no jealous energy to this person. This person like really respects like your strength to get there and all the courage that it took to make difficult decisions. That's really specific. But they are recognizing the difficult decisions that you have to make. Okay, let's see what else we have. We have the fates. Yes, past life, the fates, like I said, and TikTok. Interesting. Okay, so I get the feeling that once the two of you come together, things are going to be pretty quick moving. Because I'm getting like there has been a lot of choices that get the two of you to be like these whole individuals, to get you to this space, to make this decision, to be together, to move forward. And it may seem like it has taken an eternity. It may seem that everybody in this connection may have like taken their good old time. But once you connect, once you get together, things will move fast. Things will move faster because you're just so certain. Things will just move so easily is what I'm getting. And they see you. There may be with the high priest, or sorry, the empress here in this TikTok, there may be like some insecurities over like timing and fertility or anything like that. Just to let you know, like if you don't want to have children, or if it's like past your time, or if you're unsure, you're undecided, like this is a welcoming space for that. I know like perhaps you have children or they have children. Like this is fine. This is fine. And like if we choose to have more, we have more, and if we don't, we don't. And if we choose to have any, we have any. Like it's really, I'm getting just a really flexible, go with the flow. So if anybody has any insecurities about that early on, like just don't even worry about it. It's a conversation that is going to come up so naturally and so easy between the two of you, that these decisions and these concepts and what you want and what you want for the future, like they're not scary to this person, right? So if there's any type of insecurities or uncertainty or anything like that around like children or babies or the future, or whether you want them or whether you already have them or anything, blended family, anything like that, like just do not worry. But also this person may already have children as well, but that might be you. I'm kind of getting like, because of this soulmate energy, it kind of gets a little bit mixed up. So I'm not sure like who's who, but I'm just seeing some type of, um, yeah, you got it. You got it. You got it. And then the fates. These, oh my goodness, I can't. Once again, it's just going to feel so natural, so flowy, so divine. Like I said, like I said, this is going to be like a shorter than the other readings, I think, because everything's just confirming what I said. But like I said, you honestly almost like, do you know what? There might be a point in your life with this person before you end up being spouses. Um, that you almost try to push them away, or they try to push you away, or like something like you really, or somebody tries to get in the middle of it, like nothing can keep this from you. Nothing can keep you two apart. You just need to know that, which is kind of interesting. It's very rare I say something that bold, but nothing can keep you two apart. Like that, there is this path, and these you two are going to be together. And how we get there, which path we take, all roads like lead to here. Every road, every option, every obstacle leads to here, and it is this divine union. And no matter what happens, no matter how hard you try to mess it up, how hard they try to mess it up, this is where you end up. Okay, let's see the advice that Spirit has in this with your future spouse. Okay, yeah, the Devil, interesting. Then we have the Three of Pentacles. Wow. And then we have the Four of Wands. And then we have the Five of Cups. If you don't know this person already, perhaps you'll meet them through work. Yeah, you are going to be like perhaps in this workaholic energy. Work may be very important to you and this person in like these creative spheres, and I think maybe you might connect over that, or you might start some work items together. With the advice though Spirit has with the Devil coming up here is like, don't cling on to anything in the physical too much. Like perhaps this union needs a move, or perhaps you guys end up creating a business and you need to leave a job, or different things like that. Like don't get too hung up on things in the physical and resisting physical change, because the spiritual and mental growth that you are going to have is much greater than like physical locations, and like giving up, your first car. I don't know where that's coming from, but like, it's like letting go of a few physical items or attachment to things, like to move somewhere, or to do something to creative, or like, to sell some things that you have to start this business with this person. I don't know why you're all starting a business apparently though. But you know what I'm trying to say, to blend this family, to bring these things into union, to kind of like clear out that drawer for this person, kind of thing, like to make space for this person. Like you may be very connected to your space as it is and how it is, and like have a really certain kind of routine, and this person's so flowy, and they just like flow their flowiness all into everything and all over the place, and you're like, well, this is mine and this is what I worked for. Relax. Literally, that is what Spirit is saying to you. Relax, 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 because you do have the Four of Wands. Spirit wants you to know that this is like a divine union, and it only equals celebration, but like everything's greater. This is only a 4. Like imagine when it's a 10, right? Imagine when it's like all of the excitement. Imagine when it's like the lovers. And we have divine growth, and we have like to bring things together. Like this is just the beginning. Can you imagine the more and more and more? But still, here with this Devil card, and here with this Three of Pentacles, like remember what you have worked for. Remember what you have been through. Like you deserve this. A lot of you need to know when you come into this union, like that you deserve this, that you deserve fun, that you deserve somebody who makes your life brighter and more fun, perhaps like supports you in your business or wherever you're going. A lot of you are doing business apparently, and where you're going in life, and like somebody that is in your corner, and you'll question that a lot. You're suspicious people, aren't you? Like you're going to question this person's intentions, and they're just going to keep showing up. They're just going to keep showing up for you. They'll be like, all right, well, here it is again. Here I am, consistent and ready. And like, you're not getting me out of your corner. Like I am in your corner. Because a lot of you have been left out in the cold. And then what I'm getting with this 5 of Cups is you have to like leave that behind a bit. I know we learn from the past and we learn from the things that we have been through, but we also have to learn to leave those resistances behind us. Leave it in the past, and leave those past traumas and those things that we apply to people. Like everybody's different. And there's like a moving forward energy here that's kind of struggling to describe because it's so strong between the both of you. Like you're both probably coming out of something. If not, you are for sure. You are like coming out of something, coming over a hill, and it's making you question like whether this can be real, whether this can be true, whether this can be so easy, whether, like we don't fight, why don't we fight? But you don't have to fight. Like this is your future spouse and you, like you're going to have critical conversations in the most comfortable, supportive atmosphere. Like you won't even notice that you just had a critical conversation. You'll have a really tough conversation. You'll be like, did we really just talk about that? Like, was that so easy? Because there's a lot of things that you guys need to talk about, is what I'm getting here. They love listening to you. You love listening to them. All right, so let's dive into the letters, the last part of this reading. We have an A. Then we have a Y. Then we have a J that actually just spells J right there. I'm not going to dive into like spelling things out with the letters too much because I think I'm like horrible at it. But you can pause this, take a look at the letters, see what resonates. These could be initials, these could be places, these could be things, whatever works for you. And then there's a B. And then we have a Q. Next we have an A. And then there's another B. Okay, so like this does, and remember I was getting like this really kind of maternal energy or this parental type of energy. This does spell baby. So once again, if there's any type of insecurities or conversations or difficult conversations or exciting conversations or dreams you have around babies and children, or maybe even not having them, like this is a safe space to have that. That's what your partner is here for. You're going to want the same next steps in life together, and I'm going to like tell you right now, like if you don't think that that is something that this person wants, please talk to them about it. You are going to be so surprised at their response. Okay, wow. That was, some of that was really, really specific. If it didn't resonate, maybe pick another pile because it got very detailed there. But pile 3, group 3, thank you so much for lending me your energy. I would really appreciate it if you liked this video, and I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you could hit that subscribe button, I would greatly appreciate it as well. Thank you so much, and I will catch you next time. Bye. All right, hello, my wild, whimsical, and wonderful group number 3s. If you chose this amethyst stone and card number 3, then this is the reading for you today. We are diving right into your future spouse. So we're going to get to know a bit about their personality, a bit about your connection, and then we'll kind of see if we can dive into any physical traits that I see across the cards. And then we'll learn about how they see you. We'll grab some advice from Spirit, and then just to finish it off, just for fun, because I know you all love it so much, we will pull some letters. Okay, so let's jump right in with some bits about their personality. Okay, so our first card here is Elizabeth Taylor. Interesting. The quote here that's standing out to me is, "Don't run so fast that you can't be caught." Okay, this is a fun energy. Let's see what the other 2 cards say, and then the networker, and then I will dive right into it, and rescuer. All right, so this is a person. Your person's kind of seductive, I'm not gonna lie. They're charming, that's for sure. They definitely have a Rolodex. They're probably important in society or important in public, or like have a big stature, a big presence. A lot of people know them, but maybe people don't know them really well. They just like kind of know of them. They're known around though, that's for sure. And this is the kind of person that's like always got a guy, right? So if you're like, I have this type of problem, they're like, oh, well, I know so and so, so like maybe they can help you out. Or, because they're almost like a resource connector, so they have this whole network, they have this whole Rolodex of people that they kind of know, sort of know, probably through business or some type of community group or anything like that. And they are just willing to help out. And these people are willing to, they're willing to use their connections because their connections use them. They have like genuine connections, a lot of respect. This person has a lot of respect in the community, but they're a little like seductive too. Like people just always wish that they knew this person better. That's kind of the thing, and like you might get to know this person better, like that. You should feel good about that, but you don't. You're so natural. You're just like, yeah, okay, they're cool. That's the thing. Like people probably make a big deal out of this person, and you're just like, they're just human to me. I really do adore them though. They're so cute. They're so fun. You see them in a totally different light than the public sees them, is what I'm getting. This person has a bit of a public persona. Of course, with the networker too, like they probably have some really great friends, but they also probably have a really big friend group, but aren't like super close with everybody in that friend group. And the rescuer coming up here as well, like this person always has a plan. This person is able to create a plan, create solutions, like quick on their feet kind of thing. I'm getting that they'll be very resourceful for you as well. I don't know if you need them in something to collaborate in something, or they know, like if you're building something like a business, or if you have something going on like that, or you're working on a creative project, like this person has a lot of answers, and if not, they know the people to go to get the answers. This person probably has a strong mentor as well. I'm getting there's somebody that they probably look up to and work with, or have like a group of people. They're definitely growth oriented for sure, success oriented. This is a very successful person. This is the first pile where I'm like, I'm a little intimidated. I want to be this person. This is who I strive to be, like the girl that wears like the real pantsuit. I've got a couple of those. It's very exciting. This is that kind of energy. Or the man who wears like the full suit all the time, dressing for success kind of thing. Yeah, this energy is fun, and this person like kind of like knows what they want. They know how to get it. They're very resourceful. They have this rescuer energy though, so there's like a kindness to it. It may come off as like a little shallow at times or something like that, because like you can see that almost like everybody in the public is in love with them, but like not everybody knows them. So that like they're loved by a lot of people, but they're probably only themselves with a select crew, and I think that they really get to be themselves with you. They really get to let their guard down. I'm getting this person like almost like puts on a show, like a public persona, right? Like that they have to go out there and be this type of specific person and live this specific type of life and everything like that. And then they that people don't really get to see the real them, and the real them is very protective. It's very caring. It's very nurturing, and it very much like the life that they've built and the persona that they've built for themselves is because of this. Is because that they want this more of like a personal life to be a personal life, and then this public life to be a public life, and not have to share that with everybody. And that's kind of like the coping mechanism. It's kind of how they got to where they are. Is to kind of create this one life and then to create this other life. You love them. You love them in both lives. You love them in both energies. They're a little star though. They're quite the star. They let you shine though. They're not insecure whatsoever. They're very secure. If they're a successful person, like they're very successful and secure within themselves. They don't need like to compete with you. That's for sure. You won't get that here. You won't get that insecure type of need to like do better than you, kind of compete with you energy, whether if that's something that you're a bit insecure about that you've had to deal with in the past. Like that is not coming through with this person at all. Because I know when we meet these intimidating energies, we kind of get scared of their ego. This person has gotten to the point in their life where their ego is like in check. Whether they're young or old, like that can happen so much quicker for like certain age people. I know I'm only 30, but I feel like my ego has definitely gotten in check in the past 2 years, right? From like 28 to 30, I've seen like huge growth in like just my confidence and my security, and not having to like own everything, and not having to have credit for everything, and not having to, kind of have like that competitive energy, and just understanding that when people do that to me, that's a reflection of themselves, not a reflection of like my accomplishments. I don't know why that got really personal there, but that might resonate for some of you. All right, so let's dive in to see what this connection will be like. We have jump in, yes, adventure, say yes to change, ooh. And then we have the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so I do have 2 more cards for this. I'll just pull them out here and then we'll dive right in. Then we have mystery. Oh, there's a lot of purple energy, a lot of intuition, and then we have growth. That's a little heart chakra there too. A lot of heart growth is what I'm getting for this group. Okay, so this connection will, like, honestly, somebody in this connection, whether it's you or whether it's that person, I'm not picking up on because I'm just reading the connection as it is. But this is the type of connection that like influences growth and like spiritual growth is what I'm getting, or like some type of awakening here with this blue flame activation. Like this is the type of connection that kind of it sparks something inside of you to be the best version of yourself. I'm getting like everybody's game, including this person, like is being upped by being in this connection. Like our standards are getting higher, our boundaries are getting more secure, we're getting more confident in everything, and like we're learning from each other in this connection to be the best versions of ourselves. Like you're the type of people who love like, like kind of like self-help, self-development, self-growth, growing your confidence, and they probably do this kind of stuff together. But this is definitely a connection that is developed on growth and focused on growth and becoming the best version of self, for sure. It's focused on the relationship as individuals and then what you can achieve together, as opposed to like focusing on the together first and then worrying about yourselves as individuals. Like this connection very much cares for the individuals first. Like is this working out for you? Is this working out for you? What we can do to make these two people great and where they want to go, and then how does that work together to make us the best versions of ourselves together as we grow and move forward and just kind of activate this energy. I'm getting that. Like honestly, it's like you spark a fire within each other to activate your energy to become the best version of yourself, to get into flow, to do the things that you want to do, to be successful, to recognize opportunity, like to recognize the things that are right in front of you that you didn't even see before. It's like it's a light turning on because of this connection, because of the individual growth. I'm getting a lot of support on individual pursuits and paths as well. Maybe very different careers and then perhaps some merging. Maybe very different goals and then perhaps some merging and over. Like it's like, perhaps one of you is like more of an athlete and then perhaps one of you is like more of a gym goer, right? But you both like something like I said like 7 times there. You both like something and it's relevant and in like the same space, but it's not exactly the same thing, right? Or this person works in marketing and this person works in business development, right? And these things they don't operate parallel to each other, that's for sure. They're not operating in silos. They do merge together, but they merge together to like create growth. So you add something to your workout routine and they add something to their workout routine, or they add something to their business plan and you add something to your marketing plan. You kind of get what I'm going with there. Or like different artists with different practices, and it just inspires you to take your art further and them to take their art further, or whatever you're doing, whatever it like complements each other, right? Your life paths and the creative things that you do and the different things that you want from life, like they aren't all together. They complement each other and just almost like catapult it to even more success and even greater growth. But there is a lot of mystery there. There's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of a willingness to like kind of lean in and leave things to be more faded in the connection, a willingness to not have to know all the answers, but just to have faith in the connection and know that it is based on growth. Because once you know your values, once you know the core, what it's built on, like how it builds, like the details, like that's all subjective and that can all change, and taste changes with time, but like the concrete, the foundation is the most important part. The blueprints, the schematics that I don't know why, like apparently I'm now now an architect. The schematics that make it all up. That's the most important part. And then we get to the decor, and the decor can change, and different things can change all the time. But when we have the roots to the core of the everything is correct at the core, and then we grow from there and we go from there. That's how we are, right? That's a great connection to have. All right, and then jump in. I can see a lot of adventure for the two of you, a lot of just expanding your horizons, trying new things, especially in just new practices and learning from each other and going on adventures. I'm like really seeing this is kind of vivid and really specific, but taking somebody to your favorite city or town and showing them around, and it inside out, and like doing all the insider things and showing them the best places, and like having your favorite pizza spot, and like just really going for it. Like one person planning one location, then the other person planning the other location. Like I said, the same passion for something, but just kind of like two different spins on it. It's quite interesting. Like if you go on a trip, maybe one person plans one day and then one person plans the other. I don't know. Something really fun like that. That's cute. Okay, so let's see what I can grab here physically. I just don't look at the cards like that, so I like to take a moment to see what I can see. All right, we have the Nine of Cups. Yes, this person is like so content. And then we have the Knight of Swords. Interesting. And then we have the Strength card. Okay. So from what I can see here, when I take a step back and look at these cards, is perhaps this person may be of a different ethnicity or different upbringing or different background than you, but you kind of ended up at the same place somehow. It'd be very serendipitous, and that's just kind of an interesting thing to pull on. Like you're gonna find a lot of a lot of like synchronicities in your life. Like, oh, I was here. Oh, I traveled there. Oh, I had X hobby for X amount of years. Oh, I did that way back for like 1 year, and it was lightly my thing, but I know about it. So like even the things, you don't have to like be like, so say someone's like into basketball, like not everybody has to be like all into basketball or anything like that, but like maybe this person played basketball and then this person's obsessed with watching basketball. It's like in different ways, but the same topics are relating. This isn't going into their physical appearance at all. It just wouldn't leave me alone. So in the physical, this person is very successful. This person is very content. This person probably like has the house, has a car, has everything going on for them. And you can just see them sitting there happy, all whole, blah, 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 blah. Like they don't need anybody, but they want somebody. That's the greatest thing about this connection. That's the energy that I get from this connection. Is like nobody here needs the other person, but like you just straight up want the other person because you want that growth, because you can see that growth, because you can see those next steps. This person may be a smooth talker as well. They may be good with their words, good with business plans, good with, like just I'm getting like communication in a way. It's more formal for some reason. It's coming through. It may be quick at times too. They may get a little heated. They may run a little hot just because they seem like a fiery person, but they can also be like really charming and seductive. I'm getting at the same time too. But this person is very strong. So this person has a lot of inner strength as well. They can command a room. Like they're the kind of person who can like say one thing. It's like when I get in this zone and I like raise an, why do I keep comparing this person to myself? But when I get in this zone and I like raise an eyebrow and like that's all you need to say, right? Like when you were little and like your mom just like has this look that you only seen like 3 times in your life and you never want to see it again. Like this person can like hone in on that energy and like command kind of a room and command like a presence like that. Like you can feel it off them. They can like project their energy and are like, okay, we're going there. Like they're a very determined, very strong person. When this person shows up, you know that they mean business. Yeah, they definitely are very attractive as well. Could have dark hair. That's coming through. Not for everybody, but could have dark hair. And perhaps light skin. But I am getting like perhaps a different race than you. Okay, then we will dive into how they see you, how your future spouse sees you in the connection. We have inner child. Oh, that's sweet. And then we have meditation. So they see you like as a safe space. They see you as like I'm saying, you're on these growth paths together because there is something so familiar about you to them and them to you. You know, they it almost like this connection reminds you of like things you didn't know you wanted, but then it like somehow reminds you of your childhood and things like before like the world, you know, took us all on this whirlwind of spin and gave us like biases and planted seeds in our mind and we should have this and we should do that and we should do this. Like it kind of goes back to like the core of what you wanted to be like when you were young, right? When you were a child, before you had all of those biases. That's what you do to this person. You bring them back to like what they want actually like from life, and like that is, I'm getting for the both of you like growth, just personal like wisdom and growth. And then with this meditation, so inner with the meditation, they see you as like very wise is what I'm getting, like very growth oriented as well, very personal growth oriented, very successful at what you do, very calm, cool, and collective in your own way. You don't always have to appear that way, but they know like when push comes to shove, like this person is probably very great in a crisis. And I imagine that that's what they kind of look for, that amount of like calmness, but action at the same time is what that is, right? Being able to stay level headed, but able to take action when needed. But you're definitely coming through as this very like soul searching type of energy to them, that resonates with them on a different level. It's kind of interesting whether they resonate with that or not. Who knows? But it's just this sense of knowing. Never ending story. And then regeneration. Okay, so with this rescuer energy here and just this like divine energy that this person has, this powerful energy and this regeneration, like they may see you kind of stuck in a cycle, and they may subconsciously see you stuck in this cycle because they see you on high regard. They don't like, they see you, you know, you've got it together to them, but subconsciously they could see that you may be stuck in a cycle and that you may need some regeneration. With this rescuer energy, like they are always there with an idea, with a connection, with a plan, with some way to almost like bounce you back, even if they don't know that they're doing it. Like I'm not seeing like that they actually know the truth about like your cycles or anything that you're kind of like stuck in, but like they just subconsciously stop them. They just subconsciously like rejuvenate your soil. They just subconsciously like do the right things to bring you back to life, to bring you back to connection, to get you re-inspired. And it's not like you have to like sit there and have this conversation about them trying to do that. It's just very natural for them to show up in this energy and for them to kind of like take care of business. Okay, and then we have some advice for the connection. Oh, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Woohoo, what a great card. And then we have the Seven of Swords. Yeah. And next we have the Page of Swords. Lots of swords energy coming through here. This person and you are like communicators and thinkers, aren't you? And then we have the Knight of Wands. Interesting. Okay, what am I getting here? So with this Wheel of Fortune, like your guides want you to know, like this advice is like you will get everything you want. You will get everything you want. You have to kind of I'm getting this Seven of Swords, like you might actually be a little bit afraid of like whether this person is kind of like deceiving you or whether they're actually like putting up a front, because they have all this seduction energy and they're this networker and they're like in the spotlight, and people like talk about them and you only hear good things and you're like, this is too good to be true. Like, so you may think you're being tricked, but like Spirit is saying like you are not being tricked. Like this is actually sweet energy. That is just how they appear. But like their intentions are pure. Their intentions are, you know, the Page of Swords. They're honestly probably a bit, I want to say like new to love in any way. Like they come off as so strong and so big and such a personality or something like that, but Their intentions to this are very new. Their intentions are to like look at this as a beginner because you're both on this growth path, and they know that they want to grow, and then they want to, create the vision, but create the vision with you, right? They don't know what that looks like yet, and neither do you. But the last thing that your guides want you to do is like be fearful of them because of who they are, because of like rumors, because of like what you might think that they should be, and creating stories and stuff like that. Because the creating stories isn't going to help you. It's going to hinder you in the connection, when this connection has so much vision, has so much forward motion, has so much to yet to be created and yet to be developed. Because the wheel of fortune is coming up here. This is like a cycle that hasn't even started yet, but it's a whole life cycle. This is very important to you. This is very important for your life, for your soul, for your growth. This is definitely a growth inspiring connection. I think I said that a billion times, but hear me out, guys. Hear me out. Okay, let's grab some letters. Then I will bid adieu. Bid adieu, not a bid adieu. Interesting. All right, our first letter is I. Then we have F, if, what if, what if. And then we have M, FM. Then we have an A, interesting. Then we have an H. Then we have a Q, queen. Then we have a K, king. Oh, that's funny. And then we have an N. Okay, group number 3. That was your, what was it? Future spouse. I lost my words there for a minute, but it's okay. This is your future spouse rating. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please hit that like button. I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. And if you could subscribe, that would be fabulous. I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so I would appreciate that so much. Please leave a comment if this resonated. I would love to hear from you and chat with you in the comment section. I cannot wait for group 3. I'm losing my words with you. You got me speechless. I cannot wait to read for you again. Thank you so much for sharing your energy. Bye.